Hi, Julie Torrens here. We're going to make some paper doll flip tags. So I've got a 12 by 12 Recollections, which tells me it's from Michaels. I bought this when it was on clearance, and I know I've had it for over 5 years. But it's single-sided, which I like for this project. And I picked out two that I felt were something you could write on, because we're going to be using them. And I'm just going to grab the top one here, or the bottom one. I don't know which one I grabbed. Grab one, and I'm going to fold it in half. Yep. So there we go, folded in half. I'm going to go ahead and give it the old bone folder, because it is cardstock. So when you use a bone folder, you really help the fibers head in the direction that you want them to go on your paper. Okay, next step, I am going to divide this up to make 4 dolls. So I'm just going to put a line and eyeball the middle, and then from here to here the middle, from here to here the middle. It does not have to be exact. Then I'm going to draw some heads. Now, to draw these heads, you want space for hair or a hat or something. So I'm going to just make an oval kind of in the middle of each of these little lines. They're not the same at all, and that's fine. And if I decide I want to make them a little bit bigger, I can do that, whatever I want. Okay, I'm going to give them some shoulders, just like this. We are not doing arms and legs. We are not doing anything complicated. Don't let this scare you. Just get some little shoulders, because it's going to just help as a little guideline. Like that. Okay, now that's about it when it comes to precision. Now I've got some scraps, and this is a great use what you have project. These are scraps that are from a different project, and it is the index from an atlas that I just put some watercolor on. I used a stencil on some of it and used some sprays, but I also put a little bit of metallic watercolor. That's all this is. And then we did these together in a video about sprays. And I've got some coffee filters that I've sprayed, and I've got some doilies, those white doilies that I sprayed. So that's what I'm using. Again, use what you have. And we are just going to start collaging. So I've got my glue stick. Now I do recommend, to me, it's easier on this project if you're using paper versus using cardstock. And I just think it's a little bit easier to glue. And I'm just pulling out, tearing out some bits. You can make these as large as you want, as small as you want, but I'm just tearing some ahead just to get going. So here's a little bit of some blue ones, and let's get some of these red colored ones. And we're going to, that doesn't have much going on. This one doesn't really either. Well, that'll be okay. Let's get some with just a little more color. I do want all the edges. See, like this is scissor cut. I want all the edges to be torn. That's a me thing. I think, though, for collage, it helps them knit together just a little bit easier. And let's not make it too small. Okay, let's get started with this. Get my glue stick. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can put glue on each individual, or you can just lay out some glue and start sticking. I'm going to go with the putting glue on each piece, because I find I have too many edges popping up when I do it the other way. And this is just a It's a Elmer's Extra Strength glue stick. I'm not crazy about it. So I'm not saying I recommend it, but if that's what you use and it works good for you, go for it. The thing with glue sticks is I honestly believe that it has a lot to do with where you live, what your weather is like, because I know there are people that use some glue sticks and that's all they use and it works great for them. And I've tried those glue sticks and I didn't find them to be that great. And that's okay. Just keep trying. You know, if you're living in a dry zone versus a very humid zone, if you have your air conditioning on a lot or you don't ever put the air conditioning on, I think all those things make a difference. So I'm just putting one of each of these colors on near each head. And I'm not going to put very much above those shoulders because I don't really plan on needing it up there. It's going to be cut off. So there we go. That's a nice start. Let's get some of this one. This one looks a little bit more green. Let's get some of that on there. So how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. Not much going on. Today is Father's Day when I'm recording this, so happy belated Father's Day. This piece I just am tacking on does have a cut. You know, I'm not that worried about it. Okay, let's get one of these green ones over here. Variety. That's what I'm looking for when it comes to the placement. Just some variety. This has both blue and green. Yeah, 2 for 1. I know that this glue stick just ended. No, I don't dig out the glue stick stumps. I throw it away and I grab another one. Yep. I knew that one was getting on the low side. If you can't see me gluing, I'm sorry. I try to bring you guys up as close as I can. This has some green in it, so I'm just seeing where maybe we don't have quite so much green. Again, variety. All right, let's grab one of these. Let's grab a coffee filter. Do I have a color? How about purple? We don't have any purple going on yet. The reason why I like coffee filters is they're stronger than tissue paper, but they kind of act like tissue paper. So I just kind of like the texture. Yes. I also like it because it's strong enough that I can use my glue stick and not struggle. That's a statement. I love color. I mean, there's a place for beige and brown and white and all of that. There is. But I am a color person. I like color. I've seen entire journals done all in neutrals, and they are beautiful. There's room for all kinds of art, isn't there? I think so. Okay, look, we're getting there. It's looking good to me. Let's get a purple. I am just tearing off that very edge of the circle of the coffee filter. There we go. That is a big piece. Let's turn it into 2 pieces. We have a high, what did they call it? High temperature, high heat advisory. It's supposed to get in the 90s today. I'm in Western Michigan. If I'm repeating myself, for those who've been with me for a long time, I've got a lot of new people, so I'm not hesitating to repeat again. As a matter of fact, I have done these types of ladies. Well, that didn't stick at all. I've done this type of paper doll tags, and I love them. And every time I do them, they're different. You can see why. Okay, how we doing? Looking good? Yeah, I think so. Let's keep going. I'm going to stick some more purple on. Now, each one of these girls is going to look different, but they're going to look like they belong. And I've made them using magazine scraps. I've made them using washi tape. You know, when you get some washi tape, and avoid hoarding it, because washi tape does not keep forever. But I've done it with washi tape. I've done it with, what else besides paper scraps and washi tape? Oh, and the magazine scraps. Yeah, that's about the extent of it for me. But I've also made just the paper doll tags, more greeting card size. These are smaller than a greeting card, but I've made them greeting card size, and they're a lot of fun. They really are. How do you think we're doing? The purple is really quite va-va-va-voom. But when we cut these, almost kind of like a masterboard, it's going to be different. You're not going to get as much all in one concentrated spot. At least I don't think you will. I also have some scissors. I have some ephemera. Maybe you have like some fussy cuts from a digital left over. Maybe you have just some bits of ephemera, little tickets, or whatever you have. We're going to use a little bit of that to decorate them at the close, you know, when we're getting towards done. And so bring them out. It's not going to be a waste. All right, I'm going to grab another doily, or oh yeah, let's go with doily. I was going to say I was going to grab another coffee filter, but let's grab a doily that again maybe is a little different in color. I think that the red, maybe more red. I like that. Go with your first thought. Don't second guess. Now, where it is like the doily part of it, I am going to put that on top. I'm not going to have the white show through the doily, but you sure can. You sure can. You do what makes you happy. Now, sometimes, and I want to flip this over so I'm more on a fresh glue area. Sometimes the holes in these doilies kind of rip up the glue stick. So, yeah, you can see the glue piled up on my area there. And I'm just going to lay this right here. And yeah, a little bit of white showing, but for the most part it isn't. And I'm just going to stick a paper towel and help press it down. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's get another one of those. Yeah, let's put some more of that on. There is so much glue right here. I'm grabbing my palette knife and I'm gonna scratch it up. Maybe I can just put it right here. Kind of like texture paste. There we go. And let's get some glue on here. Gentle. Yeah, I'm getting glue globs. You can use your art glitter glue or your white glue. Just be careful. because if it gets wet, it just I mean, this is making it wet enough, and it just gets a little bit hard to deal with. And let's put this right there. Let's get the paper towel. Okay, one more right around in here. I have my patio door closed. My patio door is just right there. I can see out it. I'm going to put a little more, a little more of this type. And let's get that palette knife again. I'm scraping up this glue. And put it right there. The glue took a bit of the color of the spray inks. That's all right. That's fine. We like color. Yeah, good. And I like the words, you know, where you can see the words. I like that too. Now let's put this on. Let's chew the glue stick up just a little more. Why not? I'm trying to go gentle, gentle. Okay. Where are you, paper towel? We need you. There we go. Nice. Nice. It's looking now to me very blue and green, so I'm going to head back into the red. Is that a rule? Absolutely not. I'm just using I just used that as kind of a sweeping, clean it up, the part that was left over from the doily of glue. Needs a little bit of the red, I think. I like that piece right there. It's got some where I sprayed through a stencil. Yep. See how that just kind of perks up the colors again? And you may want it kind of a monochromatic, all blues, all reds. That can be beautiful. Just don't let anything be a roadblock. Don't just say, oh, Julie's using and I don't have that. Use what you have, please. Because in the world of mixed media, in the world of junk journaling, that's the key, is using what you have. Saving things from a landfill and creating with what other people might consider a cast-off. Like this atlas. I got this atlas at the Goodwill for $1. It's huge. I can't pull the camera back far enough to get the whole thing in a frame, I don't think. If I could, I don't think you'd see anything else. And $1. And yet, I know at the Goodwill that I go to, if things hang in there very long, especially books, CDs, that kind of materials, out they go, right into the dumpster. Do they recycle? I don't know, but they don't keep it in their store. This is such a big piece of purple. I'm giving it a little doily. Break it up a little bit. There we go. Look at how fast this is going. I hope it feels fast to you. It feels fast to me. I know that it's going fast because I'm having fun. And I'm visiting with you. That makes a huge difference for me, is being able to visit with you. Do you like to visit with me? say yes. Thank you. I like visiting with you too. Okay, I'm gonna get some of this green. It's got a little red to it. Let's put that there. So what do you do when it's too hot? I live in Grand Rapids. I've lived here now almost 3 years. I do know other seasons that I've been here, they have opened up what they call cooling centers or cooling stations. Usually, if like today's Sunday, so they won't be open on Sunday, but the libraries they'll say, you know, if you need to cool off, come on into the library, grab a magazine, grab a book, and cool off. Usually cooling centers have water available, bottled water available. And I've seen that right at the library that I go to, where they've got this big old case of water there, and you'll see people that are most probably there because they need to cool off. Okay, the purple, I think we can afford a little bit more. This is a coffee filter. I'm liking the different textures between coffee filter versus the book page. And the coffee filter is a whole different texture again. And I like that. I really do. Let's grab some of this blue. I'm just tearing off the edge where the watercolor didn't go. And I'm kind of ignoring this side, huh? Well, that's no good. That happens with me sometimes. Does that happen with you? I noticed that all my work is in the center and I've completely ignored the edges. I have to be really careful about that. Especially when I'm doing a master board or something where it's all going to be cut up and you need a little bit of everything everywhere. Now, it's not even noon and my air conditioning has already kicked on. It's heating up. When I woke up this morning, I mean, I had all the windows open last night, and when I woke up this morning, it was only 68 degrees, which to me is just a lovely, comfortable temperature, don't you think? I don't know what that translates to in centigrade, but when it's in the 60s, that's pleasant. Putting a blue one here. Better in this case to run over the edges under their heads, you know, I mean above their heads, whatever you want, but we want to have, again, room for hair. That's why I put those shoulders in. But as you're working on this, to go over these side edges and over the bottom and then trim it up, I think it gives you a better overall look. But if you're really good at piecing your collage papers that you can just go right to the edge and be fine, go for it. Don't let me spoil your fun, please. That would just not be necessary. And I am having the words go every kind of which way. I'm really, as I am placing these things, I'm ignoring the words. Because you'll see in other instances where I'll be like, I don't want anything to go diagonal. This isn't that case. Because I'm really looking at color more than I am, much more than I am at the words. The words to me are just like a pattern. Okay, we're getting there, huh? I'm just kind of taking a pause and seeing where we don't have a whole lot of color. And I'm thinking about purple right over here. Kind of like that. I think so. Now, maybe there's some things that you really like to decorate with. Maybe you've got some, like those perfect pearls or some stickles or something like that. Get it out. Get it out, because that's going to be something that will be handy. All right, let's get a little piece of red. I've got a white spot showing right there. I feel like if I would leave that white spot, it would forever just look like she missed a spot. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want that. Now right here, maybe you can see some white, but that's because where the paper tore. So that's a different story. Okay, we got some space here. Like from here to here, there's no red. So again, I'm gonna pull some red out. Just again, I'm looking for variety. That can go there. Now the other thing I have out, I don't think I mentioned it, is some markers. Whatever you have. I do not have Copic markers. I have some watercolor markers that I know my grandson, who's 2, so you can imagine, has played with them. But they'll be fine. For what we're going to do, they'll be fine. Maybe you've got some Sharpies. Good. I will be using a black Sharpie. Let's put a piece of green right over here. Get the glue that's open, Julie. I can see right in here, let me see. Oh, I thought it said Petoskey, which is in Michigan, but no. I mean, they may not even be talking about the United States as far as I know. It might be another country. But it just caught my eye that it looked like Petoskey. All right, I'm going to grab a little piece of purple to go right there's a white spot. Pick it up. Okay, I have a white spot right there. Let's give it a dash of red. That's fine. Okay, looking good. Right over here, I think this is where I need to add a little something. Little something, something. I'm gonna get some blue here. That will be good. Whoops. Knocking things over. Getting excited. Oh, it's always so much fun when I'm here with you. And I have fun just crafting. But when I'm crafting with you, it makes a difference. It does. A positive difference. Okay, now I'm looking at their shoulders. And this is really the only place, and there's a little spot where one of the girls' chin might be. So I'm honestly just grabbing this because it's small. And I'm going to put some over on that shoulder. And yep, it's hanging over, that's fine. Like I said, she's got a little white spot right there. Not even sure you can see it. But if you were the one holding the tag, oh, you'd see it. My fingers are getting sticky. Shocking, huh? All right, now, I can see my pencil marks here and here. I can see my pencil marks here and here. I can see them here. Not on this girl. I want those pencil marks covered up. I do. Because I want to be able to cut right around in about that area. I'm going over, planning to cut into, so. So what is the weather like where you live? I know I have several that are in Australia. We're becoming here in Michigan full-blown summer weather. Are you experiencing full-blown winter weather? Are you still in autumn? What's going on over there? People want to know. I want to know. Now this is that cut edge of the coffee filter, and I'm going to take advantage of that just right there on that shoulder. I don't want it over her face. Press. Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, I want something there. I almost said no. Anytime I try to cut a corner, it looks like it. You know? Really does. But again, I don't want it to go over her face. I'm going to put a piece like this, knowing I'm going to be cutting. Well, that might be getting into her hair, though. Oh, dear. What am I doing? Get the scissors. Oh, it came off. All right. There. Done. All right. I think we're good. I think we'll be fine. Great. All right. Now, close up my glue stick. Extra lid. I'm going to move these scraps out of the way. Now, the next step is going to be, I'm going to work on their faces. Now, don't panic. I'm not going to be doing anything crazy, hard, or whatever. I'm going to look up. I'm standing up here. And I'm going to bring you in closer. So hang on to your hat. Just so you can see a little bit better, I hope. Okay. Now, I'm not going to draw the outline, but halfway, right? When you're working on a head, so halfway, if I divide her into fours, that's where I'm going to put an eye and an eye. Very simple. Little nose. Eye. And I'm just making a little C shape and then bringing up the top of the eye. Little nose. Over here. And a little different nose. And over here. And here. And again, a different nose. Okay, good. Now I'm going to grab those crazy markers that I told you about. I should have them close at hand. I do. Put them in this bag. And I'm just grabbing a handful. They're Tombos. I just read it. Okay, so I am going to get a light color. This looks like it's kind of a light color. I'm going to test it. I know that way up in this corner, this is going to be cut off. It's just a light pink. That's fine. I'm going to put some cheeks in. Just little round cheeks. Just like that. Okay. And I'm going to get, this is a green, and I'm just going to put an eyeball in. Gives them life, huh? And I'm going to grab a different color, a blue, and just for some variety. Okay, now, mouths. What do I have that would be a mouth color? This seems like it's a little bit of a darker pinkish. Not a whole lot different from the one we used, huh? What about this tan? That'll be fine. I am going to make on this girl like a heart, just a tiny heart. And on this girl, I'm just going to make a smile shape. This girl, again, kind of a heart. And this girl, kind of a smile shape. Okay. Now, hair. You have to remember, up here, that's going to be your hinge. So you want the hair to not just barely touch, but you want the hair to be incorporated. And yes, they're going to have big hair. We love it. All right, I'm starting out with a tan color. And I'm going to start out with her. And I'm going to give her some bangs. And I'm just going to keep going with little short strokes. See? All the way up. Yes, she has big hair. But that's fine. We want that big hair. She didn't get the memo that big hair isn't in style anymore. Good. Okay. And let's get a different color. Let's get crazy. And let's give one of them some blue hair. Now, I'm just going to give her some circles. Okay, this is very faint. These are just twirly circles, but that's fine. Yes, it's faint. We're going to find another marker and put it on top. So this will just be kind of a background. Look at that. They're just fanciful, right? Okay, now I'm going to grab another color. And let's see if this blue is just a little bit more robust. And it is. But I don't need to put it everywhere. Just some here, some there. I'm going to let that light blue have a moment as well. And I'm going to give her a little blue curl right there on the side of her face. I am going to make sure I've got some blue all the way at that tippy top. Okay, she looks good. All right, what about this girl? This is a brown. Let's grab this brown. I'm going to go up here. Yeah, brown. Urgh. I'm going to give her like a sweeping, like that. And then I'm going to make this like that. I have no idea how to honestly describe. And now, a big bun. Big bun. Nice. Yeah, nice. Again, I'm going to give her a couple little curls. There. Sweet. Aren't they looking sweet? Okay, one more girl. I've got kind of this light tan color, maybe. Oh, it's practically invisible. We won't use that. Let's see. Do we want green hair? My color selection here is quite limited. Ay. Well, okay, I'm going with green. Enough goofing around. All right. Again, I'm going with just some little fringe. And then I'm going to give her long hair. Right down onto the clothes. Why not? And nice and big. There we go. Good. There's our 4 girls. Now I'm going to take a Sharpie, black Sharpie, and I'm going to just put a few little details. I'm going to put a black dot for a pupil. I'm going to give a little eyebrow to this girl, and I'm going to give her a couple eyelashes, just like that. I'm going to outline her mouth, just the top lip. Leave the bottom lip alone. This girl, couple of pupils. She's got that little smile going on, but I'm going to draw the heart. And there. Isn't she sweet? Can you see those two? Nice. Okay. I hope you can see them. This one, again, pupils, eyebrows. I didn't give this one any eyelashes or eyebrows. Let's do that. Just a few. I'm going to give her a couple of eyelashes at the bottom. And I'm going to outline like that. Nice. Okay. And this girl. Sweet little eyebrows. Few eyelashes. Dot, dot. And a little mouth with a big smile. Yeah. There's our girls. Aren't they cute? All right, now, this one, I'm going in with the color that's not in her hair, and I'm just going to give her a headband. And these little details make it so sweet. Same with this one. I'm just giving her, you can't really see it, but if you're the one who is fortunate enough to get her in your journal, you'll see it. All right, I'm looking for a color to go over here. And I'm just gonna, ooh, okay, do you see that? That's not mold. That is the minerals literally coming out of the marker because I haven't used it. Don't let that freak you out. Just wipe it off. But it is fine. Don't throw your markers away if they do that. And I've not had that happen with alcohol markers, not saying it wouldn't. It's usually watercolor markers, and that's what these are. All right, and I'm just giving this girl a barrette in her hair. There, just a rectangle. Okay, now, last thing, gel pen, white gel pen. If you don't have a white gel pen, don't worry about it. Just getting it started over here. All right, I'm just putting a white dot in the color part. You may not even see it, but it's there. And again, if you're holding this in your hand, you'll see it. All right. Now we're going to turn them into the dolls. Are you ready? I'm going to turn it upside down. And wherever I put that mark, I'm going straight down. Right where that mark is. And yeah, one might be a little, I'm going to move this mark over. But I was going to say, one might be skinnier, one might be broader. Fine. It's all good. All right, let's cut her out. Start with her head. And I'm just going around the bumps a little bit of her hair. And now her shoulder. Now, I didn't get, I left white, so there we go. Okay, this shoulder, got to go in a little bit more. And now, her hair. And I'm leaving the hinge. Now, she was an edge one, so I'm just going to open her up. And can you see? I'm just going to trim her up a little bit. And what do we have? Paper doll flip tag, but we're not done. Don't tune me out, but let's cut these because it's a a little scary to cut them, so I want you to see me cut a few. Now you may not see everything I'm seeing as I cut because I've got that lighter blue. But can you see I did leave a good amount at the top so that the hinge is not all, you know, delicate, but someone can actually open and close it without worrying about it. And now I'm just gonna trim up her bottom here. And we've got paper doll tag number 2. Here comes our third girl. She just looks a little bit more, I don't know, almost royalty-like. There we go. And another shoulder. Good. And trim off the hem of her dress. Look at her. One more. Are you getting tired of this? I hope not. Because I could sit here and make another couple sets. But I think seeing me do 4 of them, you've got the drift, right? Let me know in the comments what you think of these little girls. Paper doll flip tags. But like I said, we're not done. But when we are done, if you hit the like and subscribe, that helps my channel so much. Any of your favorite artists, if you take the time to do that. Okay, let's make some room. And remember I said that I have a little bit of ephemera? Yeah, we're going to give them just a little jolt. I'm going to stand up. Okay, you can see good. So these are my little florals from my printables, and I am just picking out a flower to go on each of these girls. Just a little something. Now that purple one gets lost in the so much purple. Maybe this one it's much lighter. Yeah, see that? We want to be able to see it, right? Okay, and this last girl, I'm looking at size more than anything. Okay. I think that's gonna give them a little jazzing up. And let's get the glue stick and do some more gluing. Nice. And I'm not putting leaves and all that stuff, but you know, you do what you want and make it your own. Maybe you've got some little leftover birds or some butterflies or something like that. Maybe you just want to put a square of some type of paper and turn it into a little pocket on her dress. That can be sweet. You can then, when you're working on your next project, you can put something that goes, you know, if it's maybe it's a nautical theme, and you can put a little seashell in the pocket. You know, just you can use your imagination. Okay, each girl has a little decoration, and we just made 4 flip tags. Look at that. She looks cute. There's one. This is the one that, I don't know, looks a little bit like royalty to me. I don't know why. And there. You can make them masculine. You can make them little children, old people. And if you really are like, I just can't make a face, I can't. Go in a magazine, get some faces, you'll be all set. Yep. Look. Okay, well, I'm so thankful you're here. please consider subscribing. It helps my channel a great deal. Thumbs up also if you enjoyed this video. And right down here, there's going to be a video that's going to pop up that's been picked out for you. I will see you over there.